Morning. First off, I want to give honor to God and His omnipotent wisdom. He's the planner and doer of all things, and through His plan, there's no imperfections and there's no faults and no mistakes. And I want to thank the community. I want to thank everybody that's been praying for our family, everybody that's lifted us up in prayer, and it's I can truly feel the prayers, and it's helped me through this hard time, and it's empowered me, and I feel the embracement. And these past few days have been a wonderful tribute. Everything has been appropriate, everything has been fitting, and I want to thank personally my stepmother, Marion Barry. Without her, I don't think her vision and her round-the-clock planning in the committee, none of this could have been pulled off in the manner that it was, with the detail and the pageantry and just the wide range of supporters that are here. So first I want to speak on the man Marion Barry. Many of us knew Marion Barry in a lot of different capacities. Some of you knew Marion Barry, the community activist. Some of you knew Marion Barry, the politician. Some of you just knew Marion Barry as a friend. But today I wanted to speak on the side of Marion Barry I knew. You know, just as it being his son.
That's right.
First off, first side of Marion Barry I wanted to speak on was Marion Barry, the teacher and the chemist. And I remember many nights when I was in the 7th grade and struggling with chemistry, and he would sit me down, and like I said, he knew the periodic table like the back of his hand even years later. But I'm not talking about the chemist in the classroom sense. I'm talking about the chemist and the formulas that he used for his leadership and why he was such an effective leader. You know, in chemistry, you have elements, and you combine them together, they create a compound. You know, and he had some compounds for the way he handled his business. He said if you take 1 part courage and 1 part determination, you can accomplish any goal. You know, if you take 1 part faith and 1 part prayer, you can protect yourself from any harm. If you find yourself and you're short on resources and you're short on and you feel like you can't get something done and you're short on money and resources, all you need is unity and have your people behind you, and you can get anything done. The second side of Marion Barry I wanted to talk about was Marion Barry the gardener. Not that he had a green thumb or he planted plants or flowers or anything. I mean a gardener in the theoretical sense. He was a man that could, what does a gardener do? He sees a barren strip of land. He tills the soil. He chases the snakes away. He removes the bugs. He removes the weeds. So you have a fertile soil. And then with that fertile soil, what do? You plant seeds. You plant seeds and you water it and you make sure it gets the proper sunlight and the proper nourishment. And he planted seeds in people's lives and planted hope in people that didn't have hope. And he planted seeds in this city. He grew and instilled values in people's hearts, but he also grew things, physical things. He saw a barren lot full of warehouses and a parking lot, and he created this building we're standing in now, this convention center. He grew that out of the ground. He grew the Verizon Center. He's responsible for the revitalization of Shaw and Anacostia. You know, he's the one that laid that foundation and planted those seeds. And then I want to talk about Marion Barry, the father. I remember I was 13, and he took me to his hometown, Itta Bena, Mississippi, and through the Delta, he took me to Clarksdale and Macomb and Greenwood, Mississippi, you know, where Jim Crow, the headquarters of Jim Crow and white supremacy and oppression for our people. You know, and I got a chance to see what a real cotton field looked like and what a shotgun house looked like. And, you know, to see what it was people living on the bottom and what did it take to come from a place like this and rise to greatness. And he said, you know, the man on the left is weak and the man on the right is weak. I'm weak. You have to build and uplift your brothers with you. So you can't feel like you're better than the next man or because you have money and power can be stripped from you. But if you have strength in your people and you have unity, you know, you can carry on. You know, I've carried that with me, and that was one of the things that always stuck with me. And it was times that, you know, my father loved his people, loved the city, and it was times I didn't feel like he was always had the time to spend with me as a father, you know. But one thing he taught me is that love is a force that that always recycles. And the love that he had for people and the love that he passed on to others, when it was times that he wasn't there, it was other people that embraced me. So even though I didn't have my father, I had an extended family all over the city. So I never felt his absence because I always felt his love through others, even if it wasn't directly through him. And so, and in saying that, by that love he gave, it's not a person in this city or a corner of the city that he hasn't touched. And in knowing that, Marion Barry will never die because he's taught us how to stand up as black men. He's taught us how to live amongst each other and work together with each other. And his spirit will never die. So as long as we take the things he taught us and the values, you know, they say D.C. will never be the same because Marion Barry's gone. You're right. Because now there's thousands of millions of Marion Barrys out here. So he'll never die. He's immortal now. And I just want to say, you know, I've lost my father, but I always had my spiritual father. In 1991, at the old convention center on 9th Street, this was when he was going through his time, his trial, and a lot of his friends had abandoned him, and that was the first time I met Minister Farrakhan. He took me to hear him speak. And that empowered me and left the biggest impression on me because I knew that I seen his friends leave him, I seen business people leave him, but I had an army of black soldiers that were behind us. And I always knew that, and I just wanted to let you know that, brother, that always meant the world to me. And you embraced each other's friends, and more than you all just being black leaders, I knew that was his brother. And you were his friend. And it's just only appropriate that on this day, I'm able to introduce the minister and bring him on. So I just want to thank everyone, and I want to introduce the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.